listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and always providing you the timely truth centered around real estate, credit, finance, estate and tax planning, and over 80 other show categories. And it's all about consumer advocate advice, helping you sort through a lot of the nonsense out there in the mainstream media so that way you can win.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Save our hotline number in your phone. At some point, you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. That's our consumer advocate hotline. That's an off-air number. You can call that anytime, text it, and we've been getting a really big uptick in calls lately. A lot of people reaching out, wanting to know, hey, I heard the rates dipped. Can we refinance and save some money? Maybe we want to pull out some equity. Finding out more about our real estate partners of all types here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Of course, health, nutrition, lifestyle, recreation, all those categories represented here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And this segment is brought to you by the Lucky Dill Restaurant, the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Is the Lucky Dill Restaurant. They've got a deli. They've got the New York City bar. They've got a Brooklyn bakery, catering, banquets, and much more. The Lucky Dill Restaurant, home of the sandwich that ate Brooklyn. And they've got much more than just sandwiches. Excellent entrees, salads, soups. Of course, they've got the deli there as well. Excellent restaurant here in Tampa Bay. Boy Scout Boulevard on Tampa. They've got a US 19 location in Palm Harbor, and LuckyDillDeli.com. Now, when you go in there, let them know the real estate quarterback sent you, and you're going to get hooked up with a free water with lemon every time. They're going to hook you up in there. Taking care of you over there. All right, so it's an Intelligent Talk radio program. We got some intelligent folks here in studio. Let's go around the horn and make our introductions. Diane, Vance, mortgage expert contributor here on the show. Fairway Independent Mortgage. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you, Brandon. Diane Vance, Fairway Independent Mortgage, serving the Tampa Bay area for 31 years. Today I'm going to talk about specifics about renting versus owning. If you're paying $1,400 per month, I'm going to show you how much you can purchase.
Yeah, I love that. Helping the renters get in, helping the realtors get into the game, helping the renters understand more about their buying decisions. So we're going to help them with those, rent versus own analysis. Sorry about that. I think I hit a button there, if you guys heard that. So we got Rick Nickerson in the house. Bottomzupp.
Hey, Brandon, thanks a lot, man. Glad to be here again. www.bottomzupp.com. I always want to plug my website. I'd like to talk a little bit about, the floor removal industry, what's going on. But I want to dig a little bit deeper and talk about core values today.
Love it.
We can talk a little bit about what we do. But I want to talk more about who we are.
Yeah, I like that. I tell you, I was driving through South Tampa, right there close to Swan, and I saw a couple of your trucks there, and you guys were looking like you're working hard, getting after it.
It never gets old. I love to hear it. We're growing and growing. I've got 3 divisions now. We're out of Fort Myers, Sarasota, and Tampa Bay area. We live and work right here, and I hear that all the time. It never gets old, and I'm hoping more and more.
Yeah, the Gulf Coast region of Florida.
Yes, sir.
Going to be getting to the East Coast soon, Orlando. Who knows?
We'll
right?
see,
Yeah. I love it. Good stuff. All right, we got Manny Febre in the house. Febre Frameworks, expert real estate photography, drone videos, video walkthroughs, and much more than just real estate photography nowadays. Welcome back, sir.
Awesome. Really glad to be here, Brandon. My name is Manny, CEO of Febre Frameworks, your easy button of real estate photography. Today I want to talk about how you can have an open house 24/7. How would you like not to have to schedule that and always have availability where you always can have people looking at the house? And then why do you want to use real estate photography instead of taking your own pictures? I'm going to tell you why.
Intriguing. I like that. Open houses 24/7. Yeah, especially for the international crowd, the New York, New England, the folks that are looking from out of state, out of the country. You really got to have the best foot forward when it comes to making those real estate photography on your real estate listings. Of course, a lot of real estate agents, mortgage, title, all types of folks listening to our show here. We're 5 o'clock drive time, 1380 The Biz, the Wall Street Business Network. We've got our weekend show on FM 102.5 The Bone, and we're syndicated now on Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Sony TV, 90 other outlets. So we're real excited about the growth around here with the Consumer Quarterback Show. Now, I want you to save the date. This is a great event that we're putting on. It's a free event, and it's Tampa Bay's largest speed networking event 2.0. It's the second one that we're putting on. We had so many people reaching out and saying, hey, that was a great event. That was a fun event. I met a lot of people. I made some good connections, and we're doing it again. So Thursday, the 27th, save the date, June 27th, Thursday, starting at 6 o'clock at the Verizon Center. It's the Verizon Event Center on East Bay Drive in Largo, Tampa Bay's largest speed networking event. Great opportunity for you to come out and make a lot of new connections. If you want to increase your revenues, get your cash right, maybe uptick your cash flow for the second and third, or the third and fourth quarter, this is a great opportunity to do it. And we have Spunky Spirits bartending, Amici's Catered Cuisine, and DJ Yahoo going to be in the house as well. So a lot of fun. Save that date, the 27th, 6 o'clock. We want you there, and you're going to be glad you did. Register on eventbrite.com. You got to RSVP. No one's coming in unless they RSVP at eventbrite.com. All right, let's jump right into it. We got Diane Vance in the house. Fairway Independent Mortgage. Mortgage rates are at a lowest since September of 2017.
That's correct.
And it's just amazing to see, just what we needed, here in the Tampa Bay market. Let's get another, shot, an injection into the real estate market.
Yes, it definitely is a good time to buy, and its interest rates continue to go down, so it's good for the real estate market. But what I want to talk today is about people that are paying rent.
Yeah.
So if they're paying $1,400 a month in rent, they could actually purchase a home for $200,000, and under a conventional loan, which is 3% down, the payment would be $1,365. Of course, that varies with taxes and insurance, but that's an average.
Yep.
And FHA, they could purchase with 3.5% down at $1,419 per month.
Wow.
So the savings over a 30-year period, what you actually get is in rent, you're paying rent versus principal payments. You're paying $88,801 in rent, and principal, for a mortgage, you're paying $17,153, and FHA, you're paying $17,363. So you're actually saving your money. So that's over a 5-year period. That's not over the 30-year period. So definitely makes a lot of sense to actually purchase and not rent.
Hey,
Yeah,
Diane, I actually had a question for you. What kind of credit score do you think you would need to be able to do that? Because a lot of renters, they have poor credit scores, so I think that's a big reason why they rent.
We actually can do 580 and above.
Wow.
So, and what we have some tools to actually help the consumer to improve their credit score if they want to do that, and so that they get a better interest rate. So it's all based on credit score. So if we can actually see a way to maybe have them pay some things, maybe balances are too high or something like that, we can actually help them with that. We have what is called a credit simulator that helps do that.
Wow, that's
So,
great.
I love that.
Yeah.
So just to kind of recap that, we're talking with Diane Vance, Fairway Independent Mortgage. And if you're a renter out there, pay special attention. And maybe it's not you. Maybe you're the uncle of a nephew or a niece that you're thinking about, in mind. Think about this. If I told you that over a 5-year period, if you're paying $1,400 in rent, over a 5-year period, that's almost $90,000 that you're paying towards rent. Okay, if you flip the script and you went over and you said, hey, I'm going to buy a $200,000 house, which you can afford at the same amount of monthly outlay, rent versus cash, your principal and interest payment would be $1,365, and then you're also over that same 5-year period, instead of throwing $90,000 at your landlord, making him rich, now you're building up $17,000 in interest principal pay down.
Correct.
That's strong.
And that's not even with appreciation for the home. So that is just principal pay down. So Brendan, you know more about what the average appreciation is in homes in the Tampa Bay area. So, even typically it's usually about 4 to 5%.
Yep.
So It's definitely makes a lot of sense to purchase.
Yeah, conservatively thinking, I'm going to do some quick math here. $200,000, 5% a year over 5 years. What are we looking at? That's about $20,000, $25,000 in equity growth. So now, let's say something happened, the car breaks down, have medical. You could access that money through a home equity loan.
That's correct.
Which, by the way, you get the best possible rates through those types of secured loans versus going to an unsecured loan. So there's so many reasons why you want to reach out if you're renting. Let's do a rent versus own analysis for the first 3 listeners. All you have to do is text the word rent and the amount of rent that you're paying to our consumer advocate hotline. And if you're not a texter, you can submit an email form at the website, consumerqb.com. That's our consumer advocate website. But 813-670-7372. Just text the word rent and the amount of rent that you're paying, and we're going to respond back with your name, what's your name and email. But text the word rent to 813-670-7372, and we're going to put together a rent versus own analysis for you. Diane and her team are going to do a great job for you here on the rent versus own analysis. And think about it from a perspective of, if I don't take action today, will I take action tomorrow, or will I forget about it? It's a law. I think it's the law of diminishing intent. There's a rule out there. It says diminishing intent. If you don't do it now, you probably won't do it tomorrow, and if you're definitely not going to do it the next day or the next day. So we're doing that for renters. We really are beating that drum right now, helping renters out there, and that's a big part of it.
And it makes sense. It's just like Manny was talking about. I mean, most of the time, people are renting because they don't feel like they can qualify.
Exactly.
They're actually afraid to make that investment.
Yeah.
And
huge mistake.
And it really is. Why not go out there or improve your credit rating and so you can qualify? Did you mention the number 580?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
580 score.
It's completely doable. I mean, that's the big mistake that a lot of millennials do make. Is in your 20s, you can imagine when you hit 30, you got $100,000 in equity in your house. And now you sell it, you got $100,000 in the bank. Invest it, do whatever you want.
It makes sense.
Whatever you want to do, buy another home. Which is the natural thing.
Roll it in. I love it. We got Diane Vance in the house, Rick Nickerson, Manny Febre here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And when we come back, our feel-good story of the day is a great one. Mexican researcher creates plastic from cactus that is biodegradable and safe to ingest. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, helping our buyers, sellers, investors out there with professional advice, expert negotiation, and of course, we would love to talk to you if you are in the market or thinking about making a move in real estate. You want to bounce your ideas off of us, we'd love to talk to you. ConsumerQB.com, your number one resource, ConsumerQB.com. And of course, save our hotline number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. 813-670-7372. A couple of hot properties for this segment here. We're going to talk about 12610 Port Marnock Drive in Odessa, Florida. Now, this property, it's in a gated community, a golf course community, and it's check out the beautiful photography compliments of Febre Frameworks, the beautiful aerial drone shots that are just up there, just beautiful. You see the layout of the home, you see how it's situated on the lot, you see the golf course in the back with the water views in the front and back. This is a beautiful property, pool and spa, as well as a great floor plan. 12610 Port Marnock Drive, Odessa. Owners are motivated. We just did a price reduction, and this is a hot property in North Tampa, Florida here. 223 South River Hills Drive on the Hillsborough River. If you ever grew up on that lifestyle or had friends that had that pool or that lake life, that river versus lake life, this is a beautiful home right on the Hillsborough River. 5 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, single family home on a conservation lot on the Hillsborough River, almost a half an acre in the heart of Temple Terrace. 223 South River Hills Drive, Temple Terrace. Check out PlatinumMVPTeam.com for all of our real estate listings. PlatinumMVPTeam.com. And this segment is brought to you by the Bilmar Beach Resort, the official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. The Bilmar Beach Resort on Gulf Boulevard, Treasure Island, filled with fantastic and generous amenities to make your vacation that much more special. The Bilmar Beach Resort has been one of the most sought-after destinations in the Treasure Island area for many years. And a big shout-out to Clyde Smith and his team over at the Bilmar Beach Resort. They actually donated a weekend stay for a raffle that we're hosting. We're hosting at our event, the Tampa Bay's largest speed networking event. They gave us a raffle item to donate money to Children's Cancer Center. So big shout out to the Bilmar Beach Resort, the official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, back here in studio, we got our expert contributor panel, Diane, Vance in the house, Fairway Independent Mortgage, Rick Nickerson, Bottomzupp, and coming up as well, Manny Febre Frameworks. Let's talk with Rick Nickerson here, Bottomzupp. Well, so, culture, I love the idea of talking about your culture, man.
I got to say, just real quick, Manny, shaking your hand where he's here in the studio. I get to see him. I've been on the show for a long time, and I do have to say that I have loved your work. It's amazing to see. And what you've done with that idea in the short period of time is a true success story. It reminds me a lot of us 10 years ago. I want to shake your hand and say, guys, it's amazing what they do. Look these guys up. Febre Frameworks, it's amazing. I've been admiring your work for a while. And it's good to
the entrepreneur spirit, man, everybody who starts a business, I mean, you can put 4 years into college or you can start your own business and live the American dream.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. I like that.
It's amazing to see, and you know, it reminds me a lot of us. And what I want to talk about, and like you had mentioned, those core values. We started a business 10 years ago, like you said, on a Women of Prayer with a machine and a dream. We saw a niche in the market that wasn't being fulfilled, and it's floor removal. It was always just assumed that somebody else was going to do it, the retail store, the real estate agent, the project manager, the homeowner. And nobody was fulfilling that obligation, that niche in the market, to where somebody's going to come in and going to remove your floor fast, efficient, with the know-how, with the machinery and equipment, to do it in a neat, clean manner. And we saw that. We saw that many years ago, and we've been blessed now. We're 3 divisions, Fort Myers, Sarasota, now Tampa Bay is our largest division. And yes, to answer your question from earlier, East Coast, let's do it. We're going to be all over the state of Florida. Slow and steady growth is my motto. And we come in, and if it's commercial or residential, doesn't matter. If you've got a need, if you've got a floor that needs to be removed, we're here for you. And I wanted to talk about that entrepreneurial spirit, because people a lot of times in business, Brandon, they know what they do, right? And their team knows what they do. And that's very important. Of course, you want to be a professional, but do you know who you are? I'm very strong on core values, coming from a teaching and education background, posting, so that I'm a visual person. So in every one of my shops, I've got our core values posted everywhere. Anywhere where there's an open wall, let's put some core values up there. Let's be thinking about it. Right on the very top, and I don't know if you have a picture of this, but we post these everywhere.
Bottomzupp.
Yep.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing is kind of my motto. I say it every day. Being from that background, I sit down with my crews every day, and we talk about it in a quality circle. I've got 30 to 40 guys sitting there every morning, and I point to that because I want people that care. It starts with that, and in today's economy, that's going to cost you a little more. We talked about that a little bit last week about, if you want quality people, you should take care of your quality people and pay them what they're worth, and make them feel a part of the team, not just financially, but bring them into your family and make them feel a part, so that when that extended family goes out into the community and performs a service for you, that's what you do.
That's right.
But it shows you who you are by how you do it and how you interact with those individuals.
Yeah, having a great working environment, and your employees are really going to enjoy that. And you don't want everybody to come to a place where they don't want to come to work. You want to make it seem like a place where they don't mind coming. It is a job. You got to make money in order to live. But
that's right.
Make it a place where they want to come, enjoy it,
and have fun and laugh.
Yeah,
that's the thing my wife brings to our team is she has that that fun side that she brings, and she tries to have that with our team, and that's great. People really resonate towards that.
And I believe in that. And we several years ago we had a problem with that when we were just starting out. We were 6, 8, 10. We walked in one day and we fired everybody. And we said, we're going to start over because we're not doing it the right way, and we're not going to go to work and not be happy.
Yeah.
And, we were blessed ever since then. And, like I said, when you've got 60, 65 people and they've all got the same common goal and they all share the same core values, and I'll just go through mine real quick. Safety will never be compromised when you're working around a 2,200-pound piece of steel that's got a blue steel blade on it that could chop your foot off. Well, safety shouldn't be compromised. We've got 5,000-pound lift gates where we transport these machines to and from job sites each and every day. Safety will not be compromised. The big one is ethics and integrity. I always talk to guys and I look them dead in the eye and I say, if you remember 2 things. Don't ever lie to me and don't ever steal from me.
Yes.
I'll give you the shirt off my back.
Yep.
All right. And that says something about you. Honest and honorable. If you are honest and honorable, you never have to lie ever again, because everything that you've ever spoke is the truth.
Exactly.
And people want to deal with that. They want to look you in the eye and know that you're honest, to the point of pain sometimes, but they'd rather know the truth than to lie and scheme. So those things all. Commitment to your teammates. We go out in 3 or 4 man crews every day. Don't be the weakest link. Be there for your guys. And we live that each and every day. I talk about that. Do your part. Wolfpack mentality. Go out there, and if you don't hunt, you don't eat. Let's make sure that we're there for our guys each and every day. Let's get the job done the right way.
That's great.
Preservation of company resources, self-explanatory. Don't waste it. Treat it like your own. Customer service and fiscal responsibility. We talk about it all the time. The customer is always number one.
Yes.
You would not be in front of their house, in their parking lot, in their home unless they called you.
Yes.
We're providing a service from start to finish. Remember that we are there for them. And if you can remember these things, and then finally, quality focused, treat it like your own. Do it like, and if you hire these people that care, that have these qualities, and they treat it like their own, how can you go wrong with your quality? Your quality is going to be there. So I think a lot of times companies focus on the what and not the who they are.
Yeah.
And I think that this is synonymous with that. When you are focusing on core values each and every day, and from a management all the way down, and then you live it. Don't just speak it. You live it.
That's right.
You're going to provide that service, and it's going to take care of itself. Your company's going to grow and prosper. Your people are going to be happy, and you're going to go to work. And actually, a wise man told me a long time ago, Rick, if you do something that you love, right, you'll never work another day in your life. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's so true. I love getting up at 5:30 in the morning, being on the line at 7 o'clock, and see those trucks loading up and shaking hands and giving dap to my guys and thanking them for what they do, making a tough job and making it look easy.
Yeah. Well, that sounds great, man, and it's very evident in your responses. If you look online, a lot of your reviews are all positive, and the feedback from listeners that we've received, everything's all good, man, and I love that. I love the fact that you have those meetings and you have that coaching mentality. I think you're basketball player.
Basketball.
Yeah, played hoops, so you bring that into the business field, as a lot of ex-athletes do, and we do here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, being that consumer quarterback that could put you in touch with the highest quality, the best possible contractors in the Bay Area, real estate, mortgage, credit, estate planning, tax planning, whatever you need. Reach out to us, consumerqb.com, and we're going to put you in touch with the best in the Tampa Bay region and the Gulf Coast of Florida here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. When we come back, great story in our Feel Good segment. Mexican researcher creates plastic from cactus that is biodegradable and safe to ingest. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, helping you win in any marketplace as your #1 consumer advocate. We want you to think about this show as the hub of your financial, your business, your health wheel. Each one of those spokes extending out, representing another one of our preferred partners, our on-air expert contributors, the folks that take time out of their busy schedule to come into our show and serve as a consumer advocate. They're serving the community as a consumer advocate. This segment is brought to you by Brothers Easy Moving. The official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show is Brothers Easy Moving. And I can tell you from first-hand experience that they're a first-class organization. They do a great job. They helped us personally with our move. And whether you're planning a long-distance move or a local move, Brothers Easy Moving is the official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we are back here in studio. Our goal is to help you win, and we also help our sellers maximize the exposure on the sale of their real estate properties. Got a couple of hot listings here. 4449 Marine Parkway. This is perfect for that boater or the outdoors enthusiast that loves to be outside. We got an end unit here, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, waterfront townhome in Woodlands area of Gulf Harbors. 2 boat docks, bay access, boat lifts on there as well. Perfect for that boater, that fisherman that loves to get out there and enjoy the outdoors on Marine Parkway, Port Richey, Florida. A great opportunity at Newport Richey, Florida, that is. And we got a hot property at 13508 Indian Oaks Trail in Largo. This is a large home. This is a pool home on a very quiet dead-end street with lots of extras, very nice vaulted ceilings throughout. 13508 Indian Oaks Trail in Largo, Florida. Another hot real estate property, compliments of PlatinumMVPTeam.com. Check out PlatinumMVPTeam.com. All right. Let's jump into it here. So we got Manny Febre. Talk about real estate. You know, we got a real estate pro here. I mean, you go around, you do some education at the different GTAR, the pro. I actually had an opportunity to speak at GTAR a couple weeks back. I talked about branding and negotiation. I love that aspect of it as well. But you and your brother, you know, Jeanette, you got a great team over there. Gary's been on the show, Gary Schofield. What are you seeing? What's trending in real estate photography right now?
So right now, what's trending is what I was saying is the Matterports are always trending. This is our hottest selling service right now, and the reason is because every time somebody sees the Matterport, they can actually go into the house and see it fully. I mean, you can look at the roof, the floors, whatever you want to look at. It's an open house 24/7, like you were talking about with the international, like, you know, attraction.
Right.
You want to make sure that you have that when you have a higher price listings. As you know, you got a lot of $1 million listings and stuff, and you use it all the time, especially with the videos. And that has really helped out a lot of realtors sell their properties faster just because they have that 24/7 open house.
Yeah.
And that's why I really recommend it. And we have it bundled with an aerial drone video, a single-page website, and then we also do the drone photos and your interior-exterior photos. So, I mean, you get a package where you have everything. And then when you have these virtual tour links on the MLS, you're going to fill them all up with everything we have here. And not only that, the single-page website is going to have your drone video, your Matterport, your photos. So if you need to send a link, you can actually put that in social media. It's a one-stop shop right there. So you're good to go.
I like that. So the Matterport, just so people understand it's basically like walking into a room, and then the camera is going to pan up, pan down, left, right, bottom, down.
Yeah, I guess the best way to put it, it's like panorama, you know, where you can kind of see around, but it's like interactive. So it does a scan of, you know, every 5 feet within the house.
Yep.
And then you can basically just look completely around. I mean, you can walk through the house, you can walk through the bathroom. I mean, it's not like glitchy or anything. It's very high definition, so you're getting the best view of the home. It's not like you're getting some kind of like, you know, where it's like pausing or whatever. This is legit.
And that takes your technician probably an hour or more to do that,
yeah,
right?
Actually, we have gotten the time down because we know that, you know, you got sellers. They don't want somebody there for a long time. So we have gotten it down by, you know, updating the software, you know, very often. where it takes it probably takes now 25 minutes every 1,000 square feet.
Okay.
So I mean, a 3,000 square foot house, I mean, yeah, you're still looking at somewhere around an hour and 15, but it used to take 45 minutes for every 1,000 before. So now we really kind of made it a lot better.
That's awesome.
So, but the biggest thing I want to talk about is that we live in an age where, the internet is very important. It's extremely important, and 95% of buyers are going to look online.
Yes.
So if you're a realtor and you're not using professional photography, then, I really don't know what to tell you. You can't be selling a lot of homes if you're not doing it. But even when the realtor suggests a home, they still won't look at it if the photography isn't good.
Yeah, exactly.
So it really has a lot to do. But we're expanding out to Jacksonville. Right now we have Orlando, Sarasota, Tampa, Inverness. So we have all of Central Florida. And now we will be having Jacksonville probably within the end of the month.
Nice.
So we are expanding. We want to be all over Florida. And I believe we will be there.
I like that.
Without a doubt.
Well, you definitely have the model. You've got a model now, so you've perfected it in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Sarasota, Bradenton, you've perfected this model. Now you're just going to replicate it and go into the Jacksonville markets and dominate that way.
Yeah, what I really want to do is I just want to have an Uber for photography.
Okay.
So basically it would be like, I have my home base office, and then all of a sudden I have all these different photographers in all these areas, and they just report like Uber. Same thing.
That's right.
So that's what I'm going for, because I'm already doing it remotely from Sarasota and Orlando. Why can't I just do the entire nation? Which is what my goal is. I mean, we're doing it right now, and also North Carolina, Phoenix, Atlanta, and Chicago. So we have remote new construction home builders that we actually taught how to do it, and they send us the photos and we edit them as well.
That's cool.
So
man.
We are trying to expand nationwide.
What's your employee count now? Or
employee count right now, we got 35 employees and growing.
Nice.
So I want to get to 50 by the end of the year, and I think Jacksonville is really going to do it for us, because that's a huge market and it's growing massively. So I think that once we dip in there, we're probably going to. It's
now. Are you in Fort Myers, Naples too?
Oh, that's where I'm trying to get to after Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So I'm really. I've been thinking about expanding, but like Rick says, you want to expand with pace. You don't want to overdo yourself. Because then you're really going to screw yourself. So I just feel like we're going to move to Jacksonville next. Get that area totaled, and then we'll go to Fort Myers, Miami, and all that.
Perfect.
Area.
If you just joined us, we're talking with Manny Febre, Febre Frameworks, and it's a real estate photography company. They're flying the drones up there, getting those overhead shots. I love to talk about drones.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Always.
You have those drones. You got these. And then just a couple months ago, we had the very first organ that was flown via a drone from one hospital to the other hospital.
Absolutely. That was amazing.
Really cool how we're
amazing.
utilizing this technology now.
No, what Amazon's doing right now is creating a drone for them to actually do the packages. It's not too far off.
Wow.
Because drones have a range. But what Amazon's going to do is, where it doesn't have the range, and you can pretty much just put, a GPS point, and it'll take it there, automatically.
Wow. That's interesting and scary at the same time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
All these drones flying around.
Yeah, it is. And I get a lot of people. We got a lot of where neighbors are like, "Hey, what are you doing over my yard or stuff?" And it's like, we're not interested in your house.
We're stalking.
Yeah, we're stalking. The good thing about the drones is they don't have zoom, so you can't really zoom in.
Okay.
So I mean, it's just whatever you see in the picture, that's what you get. There's no zoom.
And that's what's great on the real estate side for the out of state buyer or even local buyer that wants to see, hey, how's the home situated on the lot? What's my water view look like from the backyard? That's, I think, is a really strong value add that Febre Frameworks allows for the people.
Yeah, with the ski lakes and stuff, especially in Tampa. I mean, you go up north. I mean, there's nothing but ski lakes up there, and to see the whole ski lake with the house in it. You're really getting a good perspective, and it's going to allow you to sell the house faster, 100%.
And even how one lake will connect with the other lake. A lot of those lakes up there.
Yeah, they're channeling different ones. I mean, so it's really cool. I mean, I enjoy it. Just go back. Rick says, "Hey, you got to enjoy it." I love doing this. There's nothing better I like doing than seeing that high up perspective of anything. Because I used to go up to like Costa Rica and different places and look at all these perspectives. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, how can you see this unless you own a helicopter? So,
yeah, and it's not just real estate photography either, right? I mean, now, think about the business owners out there, the real estate agents that got their glamour shots from the 90s still up there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what an opportunity to update your headshots.
Yeah, right now our headshots are really making a lot of momentum. We're starting to get a lot of the brokers where they're, it's 25 at a time. We have a really good headshot photographer that has taken off, and he's really exceeded our expectations, and we've seen the growth in our headshots. So if you have something from 20 years ago and you still have it right now, come on. Let's go. Come on. You don't look
man.
like that
I think
now.
I got that button here.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I got that button. So. All right, good stuff. Hey, we got a great lineup for you today here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. More from our expert contributors when we come back. Also, our feel-good story of the day. Every day we're going to tell you something positive in our feel-good segment. And we got a Mexican researcher creates plastic from cactus that is biodegradable and safe to ingest right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Make sure you also check out our Eventbrite page out there. We got Tampa Bay's largest speed networking event coming up Thursday, June 27th, 6 p.m. at the Verizon Center in Largo. Networking, catered food, DJ, bartender on site. Great opportunity. Save that date, Thursday, June 27th, and stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Jarek Robbins. You are listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show with Brandon Rhymes. Please do what it takes to learn all that you have to live the life you want to live it fully, and find a way to give it by paying it forward to others.
Get in touch with Brandon online at consumerqb.com.
Ian Beckles.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show. Every day we're going to tell you something positive, and our feel-good segment of the day is a good one.
Tell me something good.
All right, we got a Mexican researcher. He creates plastic from cactus that is biodegradable and safe to ingest. A Mexican researcher has discovered a way to make plastics, and it's biodegrades in a month and is safe to ingest. Interesting story here. Sandra Ortiz, a chemical engineering professor at the University of Valley at Adamanjak, has come up with a new use for prickly pear cactus, a staple in the country's diet, using it as juice as a base for biodegradable plastic. Her most recent samples are light green, paper thin, and tough enough to be used as bags. Ortiz hopes that the cactus-based plastic will help reduce the impact of solid waste in Mexico and around the world. So I love hearing that stuff. That's pretty cool. You know, so a lot of times we hear about the environment and the challenges with the environment, and you know the future generations are going to be the one to suffer. But when we have entrepreneurship combined with research and those types of things, it really provides that that opportunity for potentially averting some of those risks that we have. So I love those stories.
Yeah, you see the amount of water bottles when they line them up that they could circle the earth like 12 times, and you think they're non-biodegradable.
That's
and you
crazy.
Think, wow, that's going to be here 1,000 years from now. To come up with an idea like that's going to save our Mother Earth. That's fantastic.
I
Good
love
for
that.
her.
Yeah,
awesome.
Really like that stuff. All right, a couple of hot listings for this segment. We got 207 Coronado Drive. This is one I wanted to point out because we got Manny Febre in the house here too, Febre Frameworks. But this property right on the beach in Clearwater, 207 Coronado Drive, $3.35 million property. Now, check out that shot. That's my favorite shot. You're looking at the Wyndham Grand. You got the Hyatt. You got the intercoastal waterways on the other side. Of course, the sugar sand beaches of Clearwater. But it's a great investment opportunity, commercial lot. 5,500 square foot lot right there with the building. Could be a great liquor store or some type of an opportunity for a business owner. 207 Coronado Drive, Clearwater Beach, another hot real estate property listing. Check out PlatinumMVPTeam.com. All right, let's jump right into our lightning round, and we're going to go around and get our expert contributors' advice and top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom here with the lightning round.
The lightning round.
I am so good at lightning rounds.
I majored in lightning round.
All right, here we go. Top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Diane Vance, Fairway Independent Mortgage.
Yeah, mine is friends don't let friends rent. And build your own wealth instead of your landlord's. So give me a call or look at my website, DianeVance.com. My phone number is 727-647-8199. I'd be more than happy to show you how much you can afford.
Good stuff. DianeVance.com. Rick Nickerson, Bottomzupp.
Parting words, just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity. If you've got a project in the Tampa Bay area or anywhere on the west coast of Florida and you're getting floors removed, whether it be commercially or residentially, look up the flooring experts at bottomzupp.com. www.bottomzupp.com. That's BOTTOMZUPP.com. We're here for you. As I talked about earlier in the segment, our core values mean a lot to us. If you want to protect your biggest investment, which, let's face it, that is your biggest investment, your home, let guys that have integrity, commitment to excellence come into your home, do it the right way, and listen, I won't rest until you're happy. Look us up. We've got a virtual website with videos, and you can meet the team. And I've got you even on the show. I've got the Consumer Quarterback Show. You can meet us. You can write anything that you'd like to us. We'd love your comments. We'd love your opinion. We're here for you, www.bottomzupp.com.
Now, follow-up question. Is that for tile and wood flooring only, or does it with carpet removal?
I always say anything under your feet, we have got you covered.
Okay, I like it. All right. Manny Febre Frameworks.
So one thing is there's a lot of real estate photography companies popping up. Don't go with the small guy or the one-person operation, because a lot of times if they fold, you lose all your information and everything, and now you're in really big trouble. We have 126 Google reviews. We got over 169 Facebook recommendations, 3 years in business. We know how to be consistent, efficient, and reliable. FebreFrameworks.com. use us. We're the easy button for real estate photography.
Yeah, I like that. The easy button. And, we need more easy buttons in our life these days, right? When it comes
I
to.
think I'm all over the place.
Yeah, we need more easy buttons. And I think so many times business owners and managers, sales folks, and, we also are husbands, wives, dads, moms, we get caught up in the minutia with daily life and business. And I kind of wanted to talk to our salespeople out there, people that are in sales. If you are in sales, one of the toughest positions in all of business is that salesperson, that frontline person that's out there making things happen, getting deals signed, getting that ink on the contract. So I wanted to talk to you today in the lightning round about how you can increase your revenue. One thing that I've really focused my energies on over the years is really, and drawing on my business mastery courses that I've done with Tony Robbins and one of my top mentors there, is the power of focus. The more that you focus on that one thing, the more that you focus on the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. Back in, if you haven't heard the story, it's just an amazing story. Can you think about this? Imagine in 1895, a gentleman by the name of Wilfredo Pareto, he coined this term, the 80-20 rule, and he came out and he said that he noticed that in Italy at the time, 20% of the people owned 80% of the land and the wealth. And he said, how can this be true? And he looked at it and he says, and the thing that's cool about the Pareto principle, that 80-20 rule, is it really breaks down into your life and your business and across all areas of life. If you think about it, 20% of the people drink 80% of the beer. You got 20% of the people commit 80% of the crime. The 80-20 rule is everywhere, and it's also in your life and your business. So if you're a salesperson, you got to really figure out, out of those 10 things, if you wrote down, what do you do every day? Top 10 things. There's going to be 2 or 3 things that really stand out. They're going to drive your success. It's going to drive that needle to the success side of your business. You got to figure that out and just focus on those minor, or those 2 or 3 things. That's my nugget of advice here in the lightning round. All right, we got another round here for us. So, Diane, back to you. Top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom.
Well, just make sure to analyze how much you're paying in rent and see what you can purchase in a home or condo or whatever it is. Just build your own wealth.
Yeah, build your own wealth. That's key. I think, and we touched on it earlier, but just to elaborate is, you may not, once you have that first starter home, you live in that first place, you may not want to sell that home. Here I am, a realtor, telling you not to sell, right?
Right.
But I'm saying, hey, if you want to build wealth, you might want to keep that property as an investment, go out and buy another home. Now, you can do that through conventional loans as long as you have a rental agreement, right?
That's correct, yes. Yeah. As long as you show it on your tax return, we can use it to offset the payment.
I like it. Yep. Build wealth through that, and also buying up to 4 units instead of just buying a single family home or a duplex. Buy a triplex or a quad. Now you got 3 rentals, 4 rentals.
Streams
built
of
in.
income.
That's right.
That's correct.
All right, back to Rick. Bottoms up.
Well, Brandon, I want to echo off what you just said with your sales. Helping that sales team out there, those guys that are doing it. I remember, early on, I understand that you've got to pitch. You've got to drive this hard line, and you've got it all worked up, and you know exactly what you're going to say. But just remember this: focus on what's important. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Big point.
And listen to what your customer's saying. Listen to what's important to them, and then you can actually meet every single one of their expectations if you are listening. And you can have a great speech, and you can come across as very intelligent, and your product and all that kind of thing, but know what your customer wants first.
Yeah.
Listen and remember that it's about relationships. You're a human being. They're a human being. See them as that, and focus on the things that are important to them, and make sure that you fulfill that obligation in each and every sale that you come across, and I think you'll be successful in that.
Great words of wisdom there. I like that. Thanks. I like that, Coach. Manny, Febre Frameworks.
So I'm going to do the sales too. I mean, I always admired Ray Kroc from McDonald's, so I just wanted to say, he always said persistence is what got him McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I believe that 100%. If you're persistent with what Mark Cuban says, with laser focus, you can do anything you want. And you can create that American dream, no problem.
That's true.
So, don't ever give up. And just because you go to school doesn't mean that you have to do what you went to school for.
Yeah.
School's a great base,
Yeah.
But never give up on being your own boss.
Yeah, that's true. There's so much to be said for, controlling your schedule. You got the kids' soccer games, whatever it might be, weekend events,
controlling your own
cheerleading.
destiny.
That's right.
Exactly.
So we got a little bit of time left here, so let's ask you that. I want to go around and ask that question. What is the American dream to you?
The American dream to me is actually being happy with your family, family first, always. And, it's not just about money, but it's about being comfortable and giving back to the community and helping others.
I like that.
Yeah.
Diane Vance. Rick Nickerson.
The American dream for me is growing up a poor kid in a rich community here in Clearwater Beach, Florida. I was, the son of a flooring installer, carpet installer. Very proud of that. My dad taught me a lot of work ethic, a lot of things that a lot of summers for some kids is, hey, let's go to the beach house. Mine was, hey, go get in the truck.
That's right.
He taught me a lot of work ethic and things. So the American dream for me was to go to college, to get educated, see the world. Did both through the military and through college. Yep. And the American dream is, like I touched in my core values. Yeah. All right. Find a place find something that you love to do and go do it and be happy in it.
I love it. Real quick, Manny Febre.
The American dream is freedom of time. It cannot be beat.
Yes, I like that. Freedom of time. And it's that work-life balance that you have. And Diane, like you said, family. It's so important. Hey, another great show. I want to thank Diane Vance, Fairway Independent Mortgage, Rick Nickerson, Bottomzupp, Manny Febre Frameworks, all of our listeners, our viewers, our producers out there, everybody behind the scenes. We want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothing. Carry it with you to and from your commute. Maybe donate some blood. Volunteer. There's so many ways you can get involved. Be a force for good in the community. Do something kind for one another, and continue to tune into our show right here. Follow us online at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram and Twitter. Consumer Quarterback Show pages out there, and we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 1025 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.